Surround yourself only with those who lift you up, whose very presence inspires you to be your best. It's often said that you are the composite of the 5 individuals you spend the most time with. In this video, we'll delve into this concept from a Stoic perspective. We'll identify 7 types of people who might hinder your Stoic growth and discuss strategies for managing these difficult interactions. Number 1. The drama magnet. Picture your life as a ship, smoothly sailing through tranquil waters, only to be disrupted by the chaos of a drama magnet. This person is a whirlpool of crises, conflicts, and controversies, with a distinct talent for pulling you into their tumultuous world. Initially, their energy might seem enticing, often mistaken for passion or excitement. However, it soon becomes clear that their presence is like navigating a storm, taxing and hazardous. The challenge with drama magnets is that their issues can quickly feel like your own. Their problems are contagious, and you might find yourself unwittingly caught up in disputes you were never part of. For instance, imagine a friend who consistently has issues with others in your social circle. One day, they're upset with Sarah. The next, they're alienated from Tom. They seek your advice, but this recurring drama can inadvertently drag you into these conflicts. In such situations, reflective listening can be a powerful tool. Instead of giving advice or picking sides, simply reflect their statements back to them. For example, if they express, "I can't believe Sarah said that about me," respond with, "It sounds like you feel betrayed by what Sarah said." This method allows you to offer support without becoming ensnared in the drama. Another strategy is to practice selective unavailability. Stoicism teaches the importance of valuing our time. Sometimes this means being unavailable during others' crises, particularly if they are repetitive and unresolved. Designate times when you are unreachable, focus solely on your tasks or personal growth, and communicate clearly that you are not to be disturbed during these periods. Echoing Seneca's wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Apply this to your interactions with drama magnets by focusing on the present moment, where you hold sway. Do not let your life be disrupted by another's constant crises. Steer your ship with calm and determination, avoiding the whirlpools that could hinder your journey toward personal growth and peace. Number 2. The chronic complainer. We all know someone who seems to have a complaint for every occasion, be it the weather, their job, or the quality of a meal at a well-liked restaurant. You might think, "Why should I care? I'll just ignore them." However, consistently being around such negativity can be more draining than you realize, slowly sapping your emotional energy like a leaky faucet. Stoicism urges us to focus on actionable solutions rather than dwelling on grievances. Consider working on a project with someone who constantly complains. Such meetings can become draining sessions filled with negativity, diverting the team from productive solutions and dampening everyone's morale. How do we handle a complainer through a Stoic lens? There are a few strategies. First, minimize your interactions with them if possible. If avoidance is not an option, like with a family member or a co-worker, try to mentally detach yourself during their rants. View their complaints as a temporary storm, intense but fleeting, and ultimately having no lasting impact on the stable mountain of your inner calm. Alternatively, direct the conversation towards solutions or shift it to a more positive topic. Echoing Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic advice is a reminder to protect your mental space vigilantly, ensuring that the habitual negativity of complainers doesn't steer you away from your path of resilience and virtue.
Number 3. The Naysayer. Imagine you are an artist, each stroke of your brush adding life and color to your canvas. Then, the Naysayer enters your studio. With just a few words, they cast doubt over your work. Are you sure about that color? That doesn't look realistic. You know, most artists don't succeed, right? Their criticism isn't constructive. It's like grey paint splashed across your vibrant creation. Consider you're exploring a new career path. You've researched, spoken with experts, and even completed introductory courses. However, when you share your plans with a naysayer, they barrage you with skepticism. The market's too crowded. Are you really skilled enough? What if you fail? Their persistent doubt can erode your confidence. To manage a naysayer, especially if they're close to you, try involving them in your process by asking for advice rather than simply announcing your plans. People tend to be more supportive and less critical when they feel they are helping shape the outcome. Alternatively, employ a tactic known as positive confrontation. If they say, "Switching careers now is unrealistic," respond with, "That's an interesting view. How would you suggest someone successfully make a career change?" This approach not only neutralizes negativity, but promotes a more constructive dialogue. Recall the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This doesn't mean you should passively accept all criticism. Instead, distinguish between valuable feedback and unproductive negativity. When faced with unwarranted skepticism, step back, reflect, and continue to paint your life with the colors that resonate with you. Don't let the gray shades of doubt overshadow your vibrant vision. Number 4, the Toxic Positivist. You likely know someone who personifies relentless optimism, overflowing with sunshine, rainbows, and a barrage of cheerful emojis. They're the ones who tell you to just be happy when you're facing hardships, brushing aside your emotions with a dismissive wave of sparkly positivity. Picture your life as a garden with both flowers and weeds. The toxic positivist, however, refuses to acknowledge anything but the flowers. Their mantra might be, "Got aphids on your leaves. Just focus on the blossoms. Don't let negativity into your garden." While meant to uplift, this attitude can leave you feeling invalidated and detached from reality. For instance, if you're struggling with a painful breakup and seeking emotional support, a toxic positivist might trivialize your feelings with platitudes like, "There are plenty of fish in the sea. Just smile and be happy." This excessive positivity overlooks the complexities of human emotions and the genuine challenges of life. How do you nurture your garden without allowing toxic positivists to overwhelm it with their relentless good vibes only approach? One tactic is to invite them into a balanced conversation that acknowledges both the positives and negatives. If they suggest, "Look on the bright side, at least you have your health," you could respond, "I am grateful for my health, but it's also valid for me to feel sad about this situation." Both feelings can coexist. Another strategy is to practice emotional granularity, recognizing and differentiating a wide spectrum of emotions, both positive and negative. When pressured to just be happy, identify and express your nuanced emotions. Saying, "I'm feeling melancholic today because of X, and that's perfectly acceptable," helps affirm your feelings. Echoing Seneca's wisdom, true happiness is to understand our duties toward God and man, to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Notice the balance he advocates, acknowledging responsibilities, which might not always be pleasant, alongside enjoying the present. A Stoic life embraces all aspects of existence, not just the joyful or positive. When a toxic positivist overwhelms you with their relentless optimism, remember, a healthy garden thrives with both sunshine and rain. Embrace all your emotions and enrich your life's landscape. Number 5, the Perpetual Victim. Consider life as a chess game where each player starts with identical pieces and the same goal: to checkmate the opponent's king. You strategize, make sacrifices, and take risks. The perpetual victim, however, blames the board, the pieces, or even their opponent for every setback. To them, they are always in checkmate, not due to their own decisions, but because of external forces. Their narrative is a constant saga of misfortune where they are the helpless hero. I can't advance in my job because my boss dislikes me, or I can't get fit because of my genetics. While it's true that some face real obstacles and systemic issues, the type of victim we're discussing uses these challenges as perpetual excuses, shirking any responsibility for their circumstances. Engaging with their narrative, you might find yourself cast as the savior, endlessly trying to rescue them. For instance, you may have a friend who attributes every failed relationship to their ex-partners, consuming your time and subtly nudging you towards a similar mindset of victimhood. How should you handle a perpetual victim? The Stoic approach would be to establish firm boundaries to protect your mental well-being. Practice compassionate detachment, offer empathy and support, but avoid taking on their burdens. Listen, but resist the urge to solve every problem for them. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." If you're drawn into the victim's narrative, resist becoming a victim yourself. Control your actions, make thoughtful decisions, and remember that in life's chess game, being continuously in checkmate is often a choice, not an inevitability. Advance your pieces with intention, make strategic sacrifices as needed, and play not for pity or revenge, but for personal growth and enlightenment. Number 6. The Manipulator. Imagine your life as a movie where you're the protagonist, plotting the course of your narrative, understanding the twists, allies, and the climax. Enter the Manipulator, a shadowy figure who subtly rewrites your script, steering your story off course without your immediate notice. The Manipulator excels in emotional and psychological subtleties, employing tactics like flattery, guilt trips, or deceit to serve their interests. Picture a friend who routinely persuades you to pick up the dinner tab by playing on your sympathies. "You know, I've had a tough month and you're doing so well. It wouldn't mean much to you but would brighten my day." Eventually you realize your kindness has been exploited, yet confronting them becomes difficult as they've positioned it as aiding a friend in need. Dealing with a manipulator requires tact. One effective strategy is fogging, agreeing with any truthful part of their assertions, but not succumbing to emotional pressure. For example, if they suggest, "You're so successful you should cover dinner," a fogging response might be, "It's true I've been fortunate lately, but let's keep splitting the bill as we usually do." Setting firm boundaries is another crucial approach. If a manipulator pressures you to lend money or commit to uncomfortable tasks, assertively decline. Keep your demeanor calm and your language clear. "I can't provide financial help, but I'm here if you need to talk," effectively establishes limits while preserving the relationship. Reflecting on Stoic philosophy, Epictetus reminds us, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Manipulators thrive on exploiting your predictable reactions, your generosity, guilt, or need for approval. By consciously altering your responses, you reclaim control of your narrative. If you find yourself dealing with a manipulator, remember that you hold the pen. Your life script should be authored by you, guided by your values and choices. Ensure your journey remains true to your vision and don't let anyone else manipulate the plot of your life's movie.
Number 7, the time vampire. Imagine your daily life as a finely tuned symphony. Each task a musical instrument playing in harmony. But then enters the time vampire, their off-key disruptions turning your melodious day into a jarring cacophony. Time vampires may not be intentionally harmful. They often appear benign. Perhaps it's a colleague who constantly interrupts your work with minor questions, chopping your productive periods into ineffective slices. Or a friend who keeps inviting you to events you have no interest in, draining both your time and energy. While these interruptions might seem minor, their cumulative impact can significantly disrupt your life. To safeguard your daily symphony from these disruptions, consider using the Pomodoro technique. This method involves dividing your day into focused intervals, usually 25 minutes, with short breaks in between. During these focused periods, make it clear you're not available for interruptions, thus protecting your prime working times. For social interactions with time vampires, remember that it's okay and necessary to say no. A simple, "Thanks for the invite, but I can't make it," is sufficient. Declining isn't about rejecting the person, but prioritizing your own needs. Echoing Seneca, life, if well lived, is long enough. Stoicism reminds us to treat time as a precious resource to be spent judiciously. It's the canvas for our life's portrait, deserving of careful and selective contributions. Ensure your life's symphony remains harmonious by allowing only those elements that resonate with your broader objectives. Don't let the discordant presence of a time vampire throw off your rhythm. Conduct your life with intent and make each moment count as a note in your masterful composition. Until next time, may your decisions reflect your virtues, your actions demonstrate your wisdom, and your life be the masterpiece it's meant to be.